Dion. Nice laugh.
This is Francis D. Pastorius Elementary School, my home for the past 2 years as a Teach for America Corps member. I could not have asked for a better group of coworkers on either side of the charter district debate, but from the moment I walked into the school, I knew we had our work cut out. During my first year, when we were still with the School District of Philadelphia, I taught computers to over 500 students per week. The entire school, kindergarten through 8th grade, sat in my classroom for at least 45 minutes per week, sometimes more. When I took over my own kindergarten class in December, I still knew we had a huge problem at Pastorius.
If you just come over and you listen to my students read at the beginning of the school year, they were nowhere near a 3rd grade reading level. And to have been pushed along to where they were was unacceptable. No child should be pushed along just because they're supposed to be in that grade without having that proper support.
Now we are in our turnaround year with Mastery Charter Schools. I'm so proud of what I have been a part of at Pastorius. We've seen some physical changes to the building, but nothing compares to the changes in our students, their confidence, their test scores. There's just so many smiles. I can only say that this change was for the best. It's not just the new culture, but also the high expectations that our students never had before. And with a high level of support, they are achieving things they never dreamed of. We still have our work cut out for us. For some, this is a much harder battle.
We're going to read Playing. What's the title?
Play.
In this book, a girl is playing with lots of different things. Read about all the things she likes to play with. Point under each word as you read.
Play.
We're a year 1 turnaround school, so we have kids who come in substantially behind, on average about 2 to 3 years behind in reading levels. So those are my really big pushes to get them reading on level and able to do well with 3rd grade level books if they're in 3rd grade.
I would say out of my 23 students, only 2 came in on grade level for reading.
Right now, teaching 3rd grade, I have kids who came in on a kindergarten or pre-K reading level.
I saw the same trend at play in my own 1st grade classroom, with 22 students at a pre-K reading level in September. Only 2 of my students were reading at a kindergarten level. No one was a 1st grade level reader.
Literacy instruction is really the heart of instruction, especially for the primary years. Having goals for the students beginning with phonemic awareness, phonics, and learning word recognition, just breaking words up so that as they begin to develop their vocabulary, they can decode words for themselves.
A lot of differentiated instruction and using Thesis and Pinnell's system of guided reading, and then also Thesis and Pinnell's intervention of love of literacy intervention. So we really focus on meeting kids where they are and giving them the skills to get to the next level and then moving them up.
We do guided reading where I have 4 leveled groups throughout the day. They're 30-minute groups every single day, and they're reading books on their level, where they're doing phonics work on their level, they're reading books, and they're doing comprehension questions on their own level.
We've been using a program called LLI. It's an intervention program to try to help those struggling readers learn those foundational skills that they need to be successful readers. So the program pretty much has a phonics component, it has a writing component, it has a comprehension component. So it's making sure that we hit all of those things in one sitting.
I do think that they need to hear harder texts in whole group and being able to stop and do think alouds and think about what it is that they're hearing. But I think when they're actually doing their own reading, I think small group instruction would be the best.
Small group instruction around reading the text, comprehension, building in lots of fluency work, and then also, especially in the lower grades, building phonics work, and really getting kids to know their sounds and able to decode words. If you are excited for today, give me an oh yeah!
The structures in place are moving our kids significantly, and we constantly work to improve our literacy instruction, but what about the students whose levels remain stagnant?
I think it's beneficial when students come into kindergarten already knowing their letters and their sounds. I think you can get started right away with having them learn sight words in kindergarten and have them start reading.
Something I really strongly believe in is early intervention, so that there's no achievement gap whatsoever. We're just all on the same playing field, all kids are, because they have all had that early intervention.
Well, there are definitely benefits in early childhood education. The most benefit that I see would be for them to be able to grasp the phonemic awareness and even some vocabulary words, so that as they enter into first grade, they will be able to move more quickly.
I definitely think that it would be worthwhile for the state to mandate early childhood education. We know that students and children in general, they learn more as they're younger, and it's a lot of catch up to do when you already have a child coming in who's significantly behind. So if we start the ball rolling earlier, then we can avoid some of the mishaps in the future.
While completing my teaching certification, I had the opportunity to work with one early child care center focused on providing a strong literacy foundation for all of its students. This center could potentially feed into Pastorius.
I go to school at Claim Academy, Germantown Avenue. Say what? I go to school at Claim Academy, Germantown Avenue. Say what?
Claim Academy was founded to provide quality child care and education for inner city children. The ages that we serve are between 1 month and 5 years of age. Currently, I believe the School District of Philadelphia is doing a subpar job in teaching our children. Pennsylvania indicates that early child care centers should not be teaching phonics, which I feel is ludicrous. We should be able to throw the kitchen sink at children if they need it. And especially in our community, when a lot of our children go home to TVs, go home to no reading, the time that they're here with us, sometimes 10 hours of care, they need to be inundated with education, phonics, mathematics, everything that they need in order to create a sound foundation. Once a child is able to say their ABCs, they are ready for phonics. They're ready to learn how to read, and we are very aggressive in trying to promote that. Our philosophy is the sooner we can teach a child to read, the more likely they'll enjoy reading, and the more likely they'll be more successful in their academic pursuits. Our primary vision for our students is, number one, to graduate from our school knowing how to read, and then ideally for them to get a scholarship to go on to a private school in the Philadelphia area.
It didn't take long to realize the great things happening at Acclaim Academy. Their 3-year-olds are already more prepared for kindergarten than many of my own kindergarten students during my first year at Pastorius. Acclaim Academy's aggressive approach and desire for a strong academic foundation for all of their students will only help the 4-year-old center become more successful with time. This is not a cure to all of our problems. Without promoting literacy from a young age, the state of Pennsylvania can only allow for so much progress. We must stop and think carefully about our goals for our students and how we plan to get them there, so that everyone has a fair chance to be a great reader.
I'm Meg Stewart, and I am the Assistant Principal of Instruction, and I work at Pastorius Mastery Charter School.
Well, my name is Yvonne Brown, and I worked for the Philadelphia School District for over 36 years.
My name is Joe Martin. I am the owner of Acclaim Academy.
My name is Jackie Colley. I work at Mastery Pastorius, and I am the first grade lead teacher.
My name is Anthony Estes. I'm a 3rd grade teacher at Mastery Pastorius.
It was nerve-wracking settling in with a new family to begin my 2nd year as a corps member, but I've learned so much, and as a result have seen incredible gains in my students as well as the whole school. Our work is nowhere near finished. It has only just begun. But I know one thing's for sure. I can't wait to see where the future takes us.
Who are we?